classes side by side. So is my screen visible?
No, sir.
Wait. I think now it will be visible. Okay. So next topic in the first unit is what is a network. Okay. So you might recall that when we saw the first unit, I told you two things. One is web services, which is a separate line on which the second and third, fourth unit will come, and networking is a separate one, the continuation of which you will study in the third semester. So not the third year, that is fifth semester. You have a computer network paper. There only you will study it, but you have to know what is a network, the underlying technology of how an internet works before progressing to anything. Okay. So Marna Sang is there. Mr. Marna Sang. What is his register number? Register number 10 is here. Register number 10.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Read this first paragraph which I have highlighted here.
A network consists of two or more computers that are linked in order to share resources, such as printers and CDs, exchange files, or allow electronic communications. The computer on the network may be linked through cables, telephone lines, radio waves, satellites, or red light beams.
Okay. So a network consists of two or more computers, okay, that are linked together to share resources. Okay, those resources can be printer, CD, information via files, okay, or they allow just electronic communication like your WhatsApp, or we are doing Google Meet, right? So what you are doing here, there are 2 points here. Okay, of course I am broadcasting from my location over here, and all of you are receiving, and some of you are in Manipur, some of you are in Dimapur, some of you are in Nagaland, like that you are scattered all over the place. So my computer is connected to yours via the internet. So there are a lot of routers, everything in between your computer and mine. Okay. So a network basically is a connection of just two or more computers that are linked primarily to share resource. The resource can be any hardware like a printer or a CD, okay, or you can exchange information via files. The file can be an image file, or it can be what to say, a video file, or it can be anything, or it can be just basic communication like you do in WhatsApp or in Google Meet. So the information travels from one node to another through what? Cables or telephone lines, or through radio waves, or through satellites, or through infrared light beams. It can be through any way. So basically a computer is just two nodes that are connected together via cables, lines, or by light or Wi-Fi or whatever it is. So it has a connection medium, and its purpose is for connection is to share resource like hardware, or just for plain communication or information transfer. So this is what is a network, which we have already seen. Okay. So last week we had a seminar also in that one. So since I told you this topic many times, we'll quickly move to the next topic, that is network topologies. So network topology is nothing but how you interconnect different computers. Okay. So for example, you take the computer over here. One second. So suppose take for example here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 computers are there. Okay. And as you can see, computer number 1 is connected with 2, 3. You can see there's a direct line here, and then there is 2, 4, 5, 6. Similarly, 2 is directly connected to this one, to 3, 4, 5, and 6. You can see the lines. So all the computers are connected with all other nodes. Okay, if you take 6 nodes, that means each node is connected with all the other 4. Okay, so if you take, for example, this particular node over here, this has been connected with all the different 6 computers. So this kind of network is called as a fully connected network topology. Okay, a mesh topology, what you can tell is, you have seen mesh, right? Net, that is, it is also just like a fully connected network. Okay, almost similar. Actually, there's one line missing here, it should be there. So it is almost similar to this fully connected network. All nodes are connected to all other nodes. Now in a star topology, what you'll do is, each particular computer that you see there, or nodes that you see there, these nodes need not be only a computer, can be any electronic device. Okay, so they are connected via a particular switch. So just in a lab, like in our lab, we have a switch over there. So all these computers will be connected to this switch. So for example, this computer wants to connect with this one, it has to communicate via the switch. There won't be any direct connection between these two. Okay, so unlike here, if you can see here, there's one connection going here. If it wants here to communicate this one, there's a separate connection. But here, whatever it be, if it wants to connect with all the other computers, it has to go via this switch. So this is a centralized way of networking. So this is called as the star topology. Okay, then you have so this is called as the bus topology. Okay, so this you see here is called as a bus topology. There will be a central line running. Okay, so this may be connected to the server or something like that. So there will be a common line, just like a road over there. And if you want to go from point A to B, what you'll do, you'll just travel to that road and then you will be traversing. Okay, like in Dimapur, you have a road from Chumakudima till city center. Okay, so whoever wants to go to Dimapur, what they'll do, from Ikishe village, you will just go to 5th mile and connect to that particular road, right? So someone from the airport is coming, they will come, get down at 3rd mile, they'll come and join this particular road, and they will either go to Chumu or they will go to the city center. Likewise, Purana Pasara, wherever you are, if you want to go to anywhere in Dimapur, you make use of the central road that is available there. Okay, so this is the central road and all other nodes will connect with this one. Okay, the other one is called as ring topology. In it, for example, if you take a Unix operating system, so there will be one computer which will be designated as server. It will be connected with all the clients. So what it will do is, it will go and collect the information here, 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 and then it will execute, and then it will dump everything back in different back in the different computers. Okay, so that is called as the ring that is called as the ring topology. Okay, so they together, topologies are nothing but how you interconnect different systems together. Okay, so you have a fully connected computer network topology, mesh, star, ring, common bus topology. So why you have these topologies? We have already seen that internet is network is what? A collection of different networks. That is what is called internet. Okay, network is what? Just connecting two or more computers. So how you do it is the structure that is given over here. Okay, so before moving on, you should be able to know what are the different terms that are available in internet. Just like web design, where you study different terms or terminologies. There are some terminologies that are used in networking. Okay, so first we will see this, what are these terms. Okay, so where is register number 9? Register number 9 is here. Where is register number 9? First of all, who is 9? 9 is present or absent? Mangan Cognac. Mangan Cognac.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, read the line that you see on the screen. Can you see it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, read it.
Connection.
Yeah, this one, this entire.
In networking, a connection refers to pieces of related information that are transferred through network. This generally infers that a connection is built before the data transfer by following the procedure laid out in a protocol, and then is disconnected at the end of the data transfer.
Okay. So register number 27. Where is Mr. Register number 27?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, read this line.
Yes, sir. A packet is generally speaking the most basic unit that is transferred over a network. When communicating over a network, packets are the envelope that carry your data from one endpoint to the other.
Okay.
Packets.
Yeah, proceed. No need this one is enough. Okay. So the two important terms that is needed here. Okay. So communication and packets. Okay. So can anyone tell me, this is an open question. When you call someone, what do you do first of all? Suppose Vepate wants to talk with Tasalam. So what do you normally do? Talk, man. Don't see all sit and sleep
Dial
here.
his number.
Yeah, Subika to tell.
Dialing his number.
Dialing his number. Okay. Once you dial his number, what you will get? Once you dial his number, can you start immediately talking?
No, it will connect first.
Sir.
What do you do? I call someone. Okay. So for example, I'm just calling Tasalam or someone. Okay. So what do you hear first of all? Do you hear the ringtone immediately? You get a pause in between.
Pause between.
You get a pause. Okay. So 2-3 seconds there will be a pause. So now normally if you can see here, so I'm just trying to call Mr. Vepate. Where this guy number is?
It's temporarily out of service. Please stop later.
So I am just calling now Vepate. What it is now telling here?
You are calling is temporarily out of service.
So what is telling actually now? Can anyone?
Temporarily out of service.
It is out of service. Means what? Means
His network is not
answer
available.
some information. I have to talk with him. Correct? This is one of your classmates. So you can see immediately the ringtone is going, right? But in the other case, that was also one of your classmates. So what it was doing? It was telling the device is not available. So first, what is trying to do? Can anyone tell? Before transferring the information, what is trying to do? It is trying to
Connect.
Collect some data.
Okay. So first, the two devices should connect. Okay. Before you or your friends start talking, will you just come and start talking? What you'll do? If suppose.
Will call out by his name.
Yeah, Runsi, tell me. Correctly you're telling. Tell.
First of all, we'll call out by his name.
Yeah, you call out his name, you establish eye contact, and then only you start passing information. Right? You just search for that person. Where is this fellow? So someone has some doubt. So they'll ask Runsi where he is, and then you will see his eyes, establish a connection, and then you'll start talking. You won't go and start talking with a stranger, right? Even though you don't know anyone and you want something, you'll be thinking for a while whether I can go or not. You will estimate whether this person can be talked to or not, and all that, after all the calculation only, you'll go near him and ask something, right? If there is a stranger standing on the road and he doesn't look fine, means will you go near him? Will you go?
No, sir.
You won't go near him, right?
No.
So you first try to establish a connection, meaning what? You will just see whether these two devices can communicate. So that is the connection phase. Okay? So in networking, a connection refers to pieces of related data transferred to another. So first what you have to do, you have to establish the connection before you can transfer that information. Okay? So how do you transfer this information? Okay? So has anyone posted a letter? Be interactive, man. Everyone is asking interactiveness. If you ask anything, only one or two is talking. And I am forced to call out names. Where is register number 25? So who is register number 25? Yeah, Javio. Siranjit Das is absent. So Javio, where you are?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever posted a letter?
A letter.
Yeah.
Uh,
Tell man. You never posted a letter in your life. Have you ever been to the post
no.
man?
No, sir.
No. Great person you are in the world, man. Anybody else who has experience going to the post office and sending letters?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what do you do? What is a letter and what you do there?
So first we write the address and then
First
we
itself you start
send.
writing the address.
No, sir. First we write the letter.
Yeah, you first write the information. Okay, suppose you are applying for some job. So what you do? You write all the information that is needed, either a letter. So letter has a format from to. If it's a formal letter, then subject. All the things you will put it, correct? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Dasalam 9:15. You remind me. Okay, yesterday you remind me.
Okay, sir.
Okay, you write the first information. Then how do you send the information? How do you send the information in through your post office? The first thing you told, no? What do you do? You buy an
To
envelope.
courier, and then we write the address on it, and after that we post the letter through some digit which contains some data of our letter.
Okay. So what you do is you buy an envelope, you write all the information, you keep it in that envelope, write all the information from where it has to start, where it has to go. You put the pin code number mainly, right? So a particular pin code will actually pinpoint the location for the postal department. That is how they find out your place and my place. And then you send it along to the destination. Okay. So from your local post office, it will go to the main post office in Dimapur. From there, it will go to the railway station. From there, it will board a train to the necessary place. Like for example, in Tamil Nadu, it will come to Chennai. From there, they will dispatch to my area. There will be a big post office. From there, it will go to a smaller post office, and finally, the postman will come and deliver at my home. This is how normal information is being transferred. The same thing is being done in the computer also. Okay. So in computer, that term you call it as a packet. A packet is what? A basic unit that is transferred over a network. Okay. So basically you can equate packets to envelopes. The same thing. The reason why they brought packet was, so suppose you have a 4.5 gigabit movie. Okay. It's not possible to push everything from A to B through that particular medium. So what they do is they divide that particular data into small bits and chunks, okay, and they will be numbered equally, okay, and each piece of the information will arrive at the destination, and then it will be assembled one by one. So if you, for example, have gone to YouTube, okay, How many of you have seen YouTube? Open your mouth and answer me. Morning itself.
Most probably everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir.
So have you ever noticed? Just one second. So in this, you'll be having a bar.
Writing's not that easy.
Okay. So if you can see, I don't know whether it's visible for you. You can see there is an yellow line moving, and in front of that there is a gray line. You can see that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you see here, I think it will be much clearer. So yeah. So you can see here there is a line, red color line, and then in front of that there is a small white line. Okay, so you can see here. So you can see that there is a white line that is going. Although this is a video, now you can see. So this particular gray line, and there is a dull gray line. There are two lines over here. Okay, one the red one is the one you play, and there is another one over here you can see. Okay, so can anyone tell me what is this gray line that you can see in the front here? Anybody? Can anyone tell? You can see here the coloration changes. So up till here it has come. Now it is loading. So if I keep the mouse over here, it will load up till here. Correct? So you can see there is one small gray line going in the front. Can anyone tell me what it is? Can anyone tell? Nobody is able to tell what it is. You are all seeing YouTube for ages. You don't know why that gray line is going in front. Anybody can tell what that gray line in between the red and the other thing is there? One small gray line. Anyone knows that? No, I don't know. Tell any answer, man. All of you are keeping.
And explain, sir.
Huh?
And explain.
You can't explain. That is actually calling a process called as buffering. Okay, so you have a video that is about 700 MB. Okay, all these 700 MB won't come to your system as soon as you start playing. Okay, so that's why you get that rotating symbol in the front. So if you, for example, see this one, you can see here. It's taking ages to load. So you can see here it is now loading. That means what? The information needed for playing this video hasn't yet arrived. Okay, so once the information arrives, what will happen? This music player which you, or this video player which you see here, will start playing it. Until that you will be having something rotating like this one. Okay, now you can see there is a small gray line popping up. That means what? The data is now arriving. This small gray, see, you can see it keeps on increasing. That means you are getting now information to play this particular video. So this much information has come. So from here to here, all the information hasn't arrived. You can see there is a small gray line that is running, that is going in front. That denotes how much information has arrived. Okay, so now there is no information, so it's passing off. Okay, so you can see that as soon as I start playing, the front little bit, there is a small gray line that is going in the front. Okay, so that is actually called buffering. Okay, so the information needed for playing the entire video is from here to here. Okay, only this much portion has come, so there is no there, so that's why it's rotating now. You can see every time the gray line. Now you can see this much information has been downloaded. Can you see the gray line detailing here? It comes up to here. So up till here it will play smoothly. Once I play up till here, if it doesn't get anything, then it will start again giving that rotating icon symbol here. Okay, so if you keep this one here, you can see now it is again loading. Okay, but if I directly put the cursor over here, there is no information. Actually it has gone to an AdWords, but if I directly keep it here, it will be just rotating and it can't load. Okay, so that is how data packet works. Okay, all the information that is needed for your file, okay, or for your information to play there won't come at the same time. Okay, you are requesting a video, you may see the video completely or you may not see the video. So first few seconds you'll see and then you leave the video and go. So transferring the data is loading the straining the network. Okay, so they divide the entire video into small parts, and all the parts as they arrive here will be arranged and consecutively will be played. The rest of the information will come lately only. The same feature you can see, for example, you have a 1000-page book in your computer and you try to drag the open tab directly down, means the information has to be loaded from the disk and it will take some time. Okay, so that is where data packet comes. So two things you have to understand. One is you have to establish a connection. So there should be two devices before which you can transfer data, and the data is being transferred via packets. This one everyone understood?
Yes, sir.
Keep your mic and tell yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next important term which you have to see is a network interface. So register number 25. Who is 25? Register number 25 is here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 24. 25 I already called. 24, Zujama Lota. Where is Zujama?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Read this line which you can see here.
Network interface. A network interface can refer to any kind of software interface to networking hardware. For instance, if you have two network cards in your computer, you can control and configure each network interface associated with them individually.
Okay. So a network interface is nothing but the software interface or any kind of software interface to networking hardware. So something that actually helps you to connect the computer or the hardware to the software. Okay. So you saw this YouTube video. The data is coming, but something is transferring all the data that is coming either as a light or as an electronic signal or something to the actual thing that you see or the actual information you see. So that is called as a network interface. Okay, so it's any kind of software interface to network interface. Okay, so if you have a network card in your computer, you can control control the way the network will come. It's just like how a modem works. Okay, right. So there are three types of network. Okay, so you can see here register number 24. Who is register number 24? Sorry, not 24, 23.
Sure.
Yeah, 23. Who is 23?
Yes, sir.
24 is who? Zujama. Okay. Yeah, 23, Wilson. Read this one.
LAN stands for Local Area Network. It refers to a network or portion of a network that is publicly accessible to the greater internet. A home or office network is an example of a LAN.
Okay. Register number 22. Who is 22?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, read this one.
Yes, sir. WAN stands for Wide Area Network. This the large in general is mean to mean the interval.
Okay, register number 21. Read the next one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
MAN,
Mm.
Metropolitan Area Networks,
Mm.
connect multiple geographical nearby lands to one another over an area of up to a few dozen kilometers at high speeds. Thus, a man lets two remote nodes communicate as if they were part of the same local network. A man is made from switches or routers connected to one another with high-speed links, usually fiber optic cables.
Okay. So a LAN is for local area network. It refers to a network or a portion of data that is not publicly accessible to the greater internet. Okay. A WAN, on the other hand, is a wide area network, the opposite of LAN. It means that is much more extensive than then you have something called MAN. So how you can understand this is, so for example, you take our St. Joseph University is this one. Okay. So we have a bunch of computers that are connected to VR1 particular LAN. Take for example NIT Nagaland. So this is NIT Nagaland. They have their own computers. Okay. So this is a particular LAN. Okay. This is one particular local area network. Okay. If we want to hook to the internet, we use a modem and then we connect to the internet. Same way, NIT Nagaland also, if they want, they'll use this router and then they'll connect to the internet. Now both these networks can connect together along with the other networks that are available. Okay. Each of these networks can connect together along with the other networks because they are now just like a star network. Okay. So the internet is over here. Each and every modem is connected to this internet, which means all this network can access it. So if this particular network can access the internet, this is also connected to internet, means both can access together. So when you are connecting such network, then that is called as a WAN. Okay. Now if these two networks in a confined area like NIT is in Chumu and we are in Iksha village, we two are connecting by just connecting both the modems together, means then that is called as a MAN. Understood, all of you? So this interconnection within the university, so like in our university we are connecting, that is called LAN. Two LANs that are connected via the internet or in a large geographical area, that is called as a WAN. WAN is nothing, internet is nothing but network of networks. So multiple network connected, it represents a wide area network. A MAN, on the other hand, is just connecting two different networks via routers and switch. Like for example, if you have your Iksha village is having one internet community center and we are trying to connect with our university, means we will connect the two switches directly. It need not constitute an internet, it can be an independent network also, just like your telephone network. Okay, intercom, you might have heard the term, it can be even that one. All of you understood? All of you understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the next topic is protocol proofs and all. Okay, since it's a combination of the same topic, we will see it tomorrow. Okay. Now, what about the absentees? Anybody came back? Guideson?
Yes, sir.
Present, why came late, man?
Sir, at first I had some issues with connecting. That's why.
Ito Esmura came 5 minutes late. Niso Teso?
Yes, sir.
Present.
Yes, sir.
Somitang? Absent. Hey, Tasalam. Where is Tasalam?
Yes, sir.
Find out what happened to this fellow, man. Where is data alive? His attendance percent is only 44.
Okay, sir.
And similarly, this fellow also, Wilson, he's here, he present today. His attendance percentage is also very low. Where is Siranjit Das? Today is the first day he's absent. Nice records. Okay. So all of you can now leave. Who is the next hour?
Sir Deepak.
Okay. Tasalam, you call Deepak sir. Or if you work, you start doing that.